Hello students, welcome to our today's topic that is related to our chapter Cell Structure and Function. This chapter is from 8th class Science NCERT book. So today we will discuss this chapter. It is the chapter 8th of 8th class Cell Structure and Functions. So you have already learned that the things around us are either living or non-living. Okay, so when we talk about the living organism, okay, living organism, they carry out certain basic functions. Okay, all the living organisms, they carry out certain basic functions. So what are those functions? They respire, they excrete, they prepare their food and all the things. Okay, so different set of organs perform the various function. There are different set of organs to perform various function. So in this chapter we will learn about the basic structural function. Okay, basic unit. So that basic unit, it is called as cell. It is called as cell. We can also compare that cell to the bricks also. As bricks are used for assembling the building, similarly, cells are also used for the assemble of our body, okay, or assemble of body of organism. So next topic, it is the discovery of cell. Okay, so Robert Hooke, he observed in 1665 slices of cork under a simple magnifying device. So this cork is a part of bark of a tree. He took thin slices of cork and observed them under microscope. What is noticed? That is, notice the partition boxes or the compartment in the cork slice. Okay, these boxes appeared like a honeycomb. It appears like a honeycomb. So he also noticed that one box was separated from the other by the wall, means wall partition was also there. Okay, so Hooke coined them the term cell. The name cell was given by Robert Hooke. This, you are seeing this picture of Robert Hooke also here. So this term cell was given by Robert Hooke. When he observed the cells in the cork, they were actually dead cells. Okay, the cork, the cells of the cork, they were the dead cells. But cell of living organism could be observed only after the discovery of improved microscope. Initially, there was only simple microscope, but when the microscopes improved, the high level of microscopes were there, then we know about the cell. It takes 150 years. After the Robert Hooke's observation, it took 150 years. Means when the discovery of the microscopes was there, improved microscopes were there, then we find about the cell of living organism. Okay, today we know a lot about cell structure, its basic function, because we have improved microscope. They are having very high magnifications. Okay, so now we will discuss about cell. Our next topic is cell. So as we are talking about the bricks in a building or cells in a living organism, they are the basic structural unit. Okay, for a building, bricks are the basic structural unit. For living organism, cells are the basic structural unit. So the building, though built of the similar bricks, have different designs, shapes and size. Similarly, in our world also, living world also, organisms are differ from one another. All are not same. They are differ from one another. But all are made up of cells. Okay, different types of organisms were there, but all are made up of cells. So cells in the living organism are complex living structure unlike the non-living bricks. So cells are the complex living structures. Okay, cells are the complex living structures and cells are the basic structural unit also. Cells are the basic structural unit. Now see, these two diagrams are given to you for a brick wall and an onion peel. These are the cell structures. Okay. The egg of a hen represents a single cell and is big enough to be seen by unaided eyes. Means egg of a hen, it is also a single cell. Okay, it is also a single cell, but it is not too small. It is quite big enough. We can also see it without microscope. With unaided eyes, we can see it. So organisms show variety in cell numbers, shape and size. Okay, there are variety in different organisms. So how do scientists observe and study living cells? This is the question. So what they use microscope, which magnifying object. What microscope do? It magnifying object. And some cells are too small that stains, dye are used to color part of the cell to study the detailed structure. Okay, what is used? Dye, so that we can study the detailed structure of it. There are millions of living organisms. Okay, millions of living organisms are there. They are different shapes, different sizes. Their organs are varying shape, size and number. So in this class, in our this chapter, we will study about all of them. So when we talk about the number of cells, so one example just see here. Can you agree the number of cells in a tall tree and in a huge animal like elephant, the number runs into the millions and trillions. Okay, number of cells are in trillions. 1 billion is 1000 million and a trillion is 1000 billion. Just you can compare the trillion. In a trillion there are 1000 billion and a billion there are 1000 million. So you can assume that the large number of cells in a body. So human body has trillions of cells and they vary in shape and size. Different group of cells perform a variety of function. So regarding this we will study in the afterwards in next slides we will study about the different shapes of the cells. So organisms are made up of more than one cell. They are called as multicellular. Multi means many. So if they are made up of more than one cell, it is called as multicellular. Okay, so you have to underline this line. This is the important one. So multicellular means they are made up of more than one cell. The number of cells being less in number, organism does not in any way affect the functioning of the organism. Okay, number of cells does not affect the function. Okay, number of cells does not affect the function. You will surprised to know that an organism with billion of cells begins life as a single cell. Okay, which is a fertilized egg. When we are having egg is a single cell, and fertilized egg after cell multiples and the number of cell increases as the development proceeds. So from a single cell we are getting this multicellular organism. Just see a diagram here related to amoeba and paramecium. This is the diagram given to you here. These are a unicellular organism. Okay, both are made up of single cell. Uni means one. Uni means one. Cellular cell. So the single cell organism, what single cell organism are called? Just underline it. The single cell organism are called unicellular. Uni means one. Okay. Just see this structure also. This is a honeycomb structure. In the previous slide we have studied about it. So it is a honeycomb structure. Okay. Now see, a single celled organism perform all the necessary function that a multicellular organism perform. Okay, all the function is performed by single cell organism also. For example, single cell organism like amoeba, it captures and digests food, it respires, it excretes, it grows, it reproduces, but all the things are done by single cell. The similar function are with the multicellular organism also. Multicellular organism also carried out all these functions. But in amoeba, all these functions are carried out with the help of single cell. Okay. Now, next topic is shape of cell. Next topic is shape of cell. Just see here, for amoeba, we have studied in the previous classes also, we can define the cell of the shape of amoeba. It's keep on changing. Okay, it's keep on changing. It is irregular. Amoeba has no definite shape. Unlike other organisms, there is no definite shape for amoeba. It keeps on changing its shape always. Okay, there are projections, various lengths, the pseudophodia, okay, the false feet. What they do, they just capture the food. Okay, in class 7th also we have detailed study about this amoeba, how it works, how it captures its food, how it digests. It is a unicellular organism. Okay, same, the WBC, white blood cell in human blood, is also an example of single cell. Okay, amoeba is also an example of single cell. WBC is also an example of different cell. But what is the difference? There is a difference also. WBC is a cell. WBC is a cell, and amoeba is a full-fledged organism. It is capable of independent existence. So that is the difference. Both are single cell, but WBC is a cell, but amoeba is a full-fledged organism which is capable of doing different activities. Okay. Now, the question arises in all mind that what will be the shape of the cells? Okay, how can we define the shape of the cells? So, just see this figure, it is given to you. Some are spherical in shape, some are spindle in shape, long branch. So, different shapes are there. We are having different cells for blood, muscle, nerve cells. The different shapes are related to the specific function. Okay, for a specific every cell, they are having the specific function. So their structure is also changed. Generally, the cells are round, spherical, or elongated. Okay, generally the cells are, if someone asks you regarding the shape, so shape of cells round, spherical, and elongated. Okay, some cells are also long and pointed at both ends. Some cells are long and pointed at both ends. So cells branch like nerve or neuron. The nerve cell receives and transfer message, thereby helping in the control and coordination of the working of different part of the body. So different type of cells having the different functions. Just see here, different type of cells are there. Just see nerve cell. Just look the structure of those cells. Nerve cells, muscle cell, bone cell, gland cells, blood cells, okay, reproductive cells. So different structure is there. So cells have different shapes because they do different activities. Why they are having the different shapes? Because they are doing different activity. Animal cell come in different shapes and sizes. Okay, why they are different? Because they help them to do the specific function in the body. So these all are the different type of cells. Now see, a question is here. Can you guess which part of the cell give its shape? Component of the cell are enclosed in a membrane. Where they enclose? In a membrane. And what it membrane do? It provide the shape to the cell. It provides shape to the cell of plant and animal. And there is additional covering also. It is called a cell wall. It gives shape and rigidity to the cells. Bacterial cell also have a cell wall. So all these things we will study in cell structure and function, where we will study cell structure and function. Now, when we talk about the size of a cell, there is no relation between the size of the body of animal or a plant. Okay, it is not necessary that the cell in an elephant is as big as is bigger than as rat. Okay, the size of the cell is related to its function. Size is related to its function. For example, nerve cells both in animal, both in elephant and rat, they are long, branched. They perform the same function, that is of transferring the messages. So it does not depend on the size of the animal. Okay. And one more thing, the size of the cell. The size of the cell in living organisms may be small as millionth of meter, means they are in micrometer, they are in micron, okay, and they are large as centimeters also. Okay, they can be seen with the help of the microscope, or they are visible with the unaided eyes also. Okay, the smallest cell, just underline it, the smallest cell is 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer in bacteria. The largest cell measuring 170 mm to 130 mm. It is of egg of an ostrich. This is the important question. Can be asked in the examination, that the cell of the size of the smallest cell or the size of the largest cell. Okay, so these all regarding the size, shape of the cell. In next class, we will study about cell structure and its function. Till that, read out the chapter, prepare well, and we will discuss the next topic in our next class. Thank you.